Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Spicy Tales with Kim and Stacey.
What up?
I'm so happy to be back. It's
I'm
been
happy you're
so
back.
long. Even the last episode that I edited, I saw I was like, "Oh, my Stacey's still in Miami," which I wasn't, but like when you were recording it,
You
yeah.
were, yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun. I guess I'll go into my trip before my spicy tale because I actually have a spicy tale this week. Thank God. And actually, before that, I want to thank all of our TikTok followers and listeners.
Even the
They
haters.
Okay, so I've noticed that, and honestly, I feel like it's been like this throughout life.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it is
people
what it
have extreme thoughts of my sister because she has very
Bruh.
strong opinions.
A lot of things are taken out of
They're
context.
taken out of context,
'cause,
which is good
like,
because that's what gives us the views. So, like, that's what I like
it's
about
fine.
it.
I don't mind it. I'll take the heat.
And it's
I don't.
kind of,
I can't. You know me. I'll take it. It's fine.
and the thing is, okay, one thing, a lot of the people that say, oh, like, who would date her or she's ugly, like, you would never say that to her face. I watch so many podcasts and they always talk about the comments or celebrities, whatever. They always talk about how these people would never come up to you and say this ever in their life.
I can tell you right now, never in my entire life has anyone ever called me ugly to my face.
So
Never.
yeah, like the only
So.
person that's called me fat to my face is my grandpa. Like, you know what I mean?
And also like I don't even mind because like people are like you're a whale. I'm like low key facts, like kind of chubby. It's fine. I don't even care. Like
That's true.
I've been hearing it my whole life.
We've
Like
been-
you're not insulting me by stating something
some
that I
people-
already know. I know.
Some people are not
know
aware.
I'm
No, but some
chubby.
people are
I
not
don't
aware
care.
though. Like, okay,
I'm very
sure.
self-aware. I'm not out here
Some
fucking in
people,
denial.
or they'll be like, no one will ever date you. Like, that's just not true. It's just simply
And
not
you know
true.
what?
I'm sorry.
If you don't get girls, just say that, and that's okay.
I would
Like,
be very interested to see how the people that leave negative comments look like, because personally, I don't leave comments on people's things, and if I do, it's a positive comment. But for you to take the time out of your day and write a negative comment is crazy.
Like, I've never in my life went out of my way to see someone's stuff and be like, you're nothing but a whatever. Like
You're
you're fat, you're ugly, you're like, I've never said
Yeah.
like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Even on things that I'm like, ooh, that you probably shouldn't have posted that.
Even
like,
guys
just
that have
keep
been really
scrolling.
rude to me have not said things like that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm very happy for your comments, your
No, go
likes,
off,
your
man.
dislikes, any interaction, any.
Honestly, if I was very like if I had like really low self-esteem, I feel like it would hurt my feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, bruh, I actually kind of think
I
it's
think
funny.
also because we're older too.
I think it's
Maybe if
kinda
we were like
funny, I don't
19
know.
years old, maybe, but I don't know. We're pretty tough people in general.
I think it's hilarious.
And you have to take everything with a grain of salt, even the likes, even the praise. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter, so that it could just like balance you out. Because, yeah, they're men.
Oh,
It's
man.
the
But
men.
it's okay,
the
it's
men.
okay.
You know what's also crazy? Our audience is made of like 60% men, which I don't like. They hate watch, I think, which are
They
like
do.
the biggest fans, low key.
Bro, I don't really care.
So
Honestly, like, but it's funny that people like, I always think it's funny because I feel like I'm labeled like a man hater. And I'm like, bruh, I actually am
really
not. Like,
she has a lot of you have guy friends, you've had
bro, I defend my guy
boyfriends,
friends all the time.
You're happy to be in a relationship. It's not like you're the type of girl that's like, I would never be in a
God, no.
relationship.
No.
I don't need a man, anything like that. Okay, technically we all don't. Actually, we as human beings, we do need each other regardless
Facts.
of your gender or whatever. So thanks for the TikToks. Thanks for the YouTube. It's the YouTube comments that are wilding out.
Yo, the YouTube comments?
Maybe wild.
I literally saw one and I was like, I feel like that's enough. Like,
But
I'm
we
just
got
enough.
listen. We have 100 subscribers now, and because I edited, I've been obsessing over the analytics. It's actually sick, and they're so detailed too. So I try to post every day, and yeah, the more comments, the more likes. Like someone actually commented recently being like, "Oh wow, 4 likes." I'm like, bro. Every like counts, okay? Thank you very much. They start to
Also,
add
like,
up.
sir, you could have just commented and carried on. Like, you could have just kept.
I mean, he did. His comment
but
was for, like,
But you didn't even have to do that. You could have just laughed about it and carried on. But thank you for the comment.
Thank you for the comment. We love
appreciate
that.
it.
So don't forget to like this video. Don't
Comment,
forget to
go
subscribe.
Go insult us in the comments.
Whatever you want to
Like,
do with your day, do that. I love that for you.
I love that for you as well. Like, do your thing, queen. Yes. Go yassify. Snap, snap, snap.
All right. So back to my story. Also, I got to point this out because I'm staring at myself, and like if I look like Quasimodo a little bit, like if my eyes are doing something strange, it's because so when I went to Miami, I don't know, I have oily skin, but when I went to Miami, my skin got really dry, and so I was putting makeup on it, and like concealer is very drying, and then setting powder is very drying, and it literally like had a dry patch in under both eyes. And if you know, the skin under your eyes is like the most delicate skin, so you can't be rough. And I think it was because I've been using the Neutrogena blue wipes makeup removers, and it's just like too much friction, I guess. So yeah, I literally should have used oil. I use olive oil usually, but I didn't have that. So yeah, my under eyes have been very dry, so I was using shea butter when I got back home, and then I woke up today with like this thing that I get every so often. It all started back in the day when I
knew you were gonna bring. I knew you were gonna.
I made fun of a girl that looked a bit like She looked a lot like Quasimodo though. She did, low key though. It was bad, but I made fun of her, and I got instant karma. Literally the next day, I looked just like her.
Stacey's eye was literally like droop, and she's like, "I'm not going to school," and we're like, "You're fucking going to school."
Mom wrote a note saying she could wear sunglasses.
Yeah, so she wore sunglasses all
in
day.
Elementary school.
And everyone was like, just take your sunglasses off. And she was like, I will be damned if I take these
like
glasses
this is coming
off.
from the girl. I actually really cared what I looked like growing up, because another time in elementary school, I didn't go to school because my mom didn't do my hair, and I would have had an afro, and so I refused to go to school. Never told my sister. My sister went to school. They're asking her where I am. She's like, I don't know where she is.
I was like, I thought she came to school.
So yeah, they called my mom, and I was clearly
because
young and dumb.
They thought like something like because we lived across the street from the school, so they're like, well, she didn't make it to school, like anything could have happened. Obviously, poor mom, bro, she had to leave work like stressed out, and that's back in the day before cell phones, so you already know.
And that's back in the day when
I don't even think mom had a car at the time, so that means she would have to bus.
I was definitely making her life more difficult that day,
only for her to come into the house and find this
chilling, watching TV
in the house. Needless to say, all my Haitians know what happened after that.
Oh yeah, I probably got a crazy beating. Anyways, so my spicy tale. I'll talk about my spicy tale. This happened in right after high school. So growing up, I had these 3 best friends that were guys, and one of them got into a relationship, but he didn't tell us. Like, as it was happening, he didn't tell us. He just straight up, one day we went to Moxie's, and he was just like, oh, and like, here's my girlfriend. And I was like, who the fuck is this bitch?
Of course, you would.
Like, right away, don't like her. I was not that nice back in the day, I gotta say. So he was seeing her, he was seeing us less and less, obviously, when you get in a new relationship. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I was hearing that they were fighting, like they were very explosive, passionate people that would get into fights. They'd go out clubbing and get into huge explosive arguments and involve their friend. Well, their friends would get involved, and then you know how it is.
Classic,
you fight, and then they get back. They're completely fine after the fact, but they talk mad shit about each other, and then now you hate their significant other, and then they're back together, and then they're just like, why are you talking shit about my significant other? And it's like, we were both talking shit about your significant other. So there was a lot of that going on. And then one day we went to Crazy Horse, which I don't go to Crazy Horse like that, but I did that night.
Yeah, anyone who doesn't know and is not from Ottawa, it's a honky tonk.
It's like a country.
They have like bar. You can ride the bull.
Yeah, you can ride the bull, and only like the last 20 minutes they would play hip hop, rap. R&B.
They're like, all right, let's cater to these black people. Just throw on a couple fucking hip hop. Hip hop's top hits. Just throw it on.
Exactly. So, remember O'Connor's? Did you ever go to O'Connor's? Was it Ocon's? Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was a place at Centrum.
No.
And they...
No.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
O'Connor.
stop
It's
you
where
right
Beer
there.
House is now.
I'm going to stop you right there. Because, no, I never
I went
hung
to
out
O'Connor's,
at Centrum.
Ocon's one time.
Ocon's.
Anyways,
Like, get the fuck outta here.
that was a nightmare. So, this guy, he was in an argument with his girlfriend once again, and I either pre-drank with him and got there, or we left with him. But anyways, so at the bar, she's like giving me dirty looks. I could tell she doesn't like me. She's been not like me forever. And I also did not like her. But she was like, yes, I was rude, but she made me not like her even more by just her always getting into fights with her boyfriend, who was my friend. And then at one point she comes up to me talking about like, oh, like we can go outside, and I'm like, outside? This girl is like 5'1", she's itty bitty, I'm 5'7". Like at the time I was smaller than this back in the good days, but I was still way bigger than her. And then I was like laughing, like, I am not a fighter. I was laughing in her face.
Lord
like,
knows you're not a fighter.
You do not want me to fight you. Like, I'll kill you. Yeah, the way I was saying, like, I'll crack your head open on the pavement. I don't give a shit. Like, it was actually crazy because at the time, I don't think I've ever been in one physical fight except for to my sister, which I lost every single time.
Damn right.
So she's just like talking mad shit. Her boyfriend is just like stop, Stacey, stop. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'll fight both of you. Like, I didn't give a shit. And so we didn't end up
them both. Like, you couldn't even fight one.
I'd be very interested to see what it would be like to fight her, but I just know I would kick her ass. And then, so that didn't happen. She backed off, and then we got into a car together, me and her boyfriend, so my friend. She wasn't in the car because he was already fighting with her coming to the bar. And he was just upset with her. And during the car ride back home with him, I was just like, you are so lucky that we never got in a fight, because like your girlfriend would have been in the hospital. You would have had to go. Like, I was going off, and he's like, Stacey, like, just stop, like, it's enough. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that was my turn. After that, they had a lot of issues in their relationship, and they actually had the audacity to blame me for their relationship ending like 6 years later. I'm like, y'all just have no accountability whatsoever. Like, how did little old me break you guys up?
Well, apparently he was out here being rude to her for the past 6 years.
No, not even. I by like the first year of them in a relationship, we distanced ourselves from each other because it just wasn't working out. She just couldn't believe that me and him were just friends. Like,
that's literally what her problem was?
I would never date him. First of all, he's my height. No.
You're so
as you would say,
I
immediately
never
no.
sees this because he would already know who you're talking about and be like, that fucking bitch.
Yeah, but no, it was never gonna happen.
Oh my god, you're so mean.
Okay, so Miami, I had a blast. We were in South Beach. We went to the beach. We had a liquor store beside us because when we watched a bunch of videos of things to do in Miami and things not to do in Miami, and apparently one thing they would say is that the liquor stores close like extremely early so that you have to buy stuff at the bar.
Oh, okay.
But that's not true.
Lying.
There was a liquor store right beside us, and it was open till like 10 p.m. 10 p.m., which is pretty late. I feel like that's when LCBO closes at like 9, 10.
I think, around 10. Like,
yeah.
SAQ's open till 10 sometimes.
This time around, I didn't get any locals telling me that I should go to the washroom by myself, because the first time I went to Miami, I went with all girls, and they were just like, don't go anywhere by yourself, like, be safe. I'm like, oh my god. But this time, like, I don't know if like because it's past COVID, but it was, or maybe not because like you're with
your boyfriend who's ginormous.
But that's another thing, probably, because they're just like, okay, she has protection. Which, you know what, girls be talking about, oh, what is a guy gonna do for me, blah blah. Being next to a man who's bigger than you is protection. It is.
Facts.
It will make someone think twice before doing something.
I mean, sometimes they're still gonna do it, but at least they gotta get through him first.
Exactly. And he's hopefully gonna protect you.
Oh yeah, he's just like throws your ass down. Move, bitch. Like in freaking White Chicks when he kicks the like,
when he's going to the washroom.
Move, bitch.
Oh my god.
Right out of the way, bro.
We went to Live. We saw Tyga. The whole crowd was white. Which rappers talk about this all the time. They say their biggest fans are white people. Every single person in there, maybe 10% of people were black, and then everyone else was white. I'm like, damn, Tyga. Also, like, have you ever listened to a Tyga album? No one's
I know
ever.
Rack City.
No, he actually has been relevant for a long time.
Oh, he has.
I gotta respect.
Listen, I'm not gonna hate on Tyga because he has
name
bangers.
5.
Rack City.
Okay, name 5. Rack
stop.
City. No,
Stop it right now. Stop.
No,
it.
you
Stop.
can.
Stop.
Trust me, you can name 5. Okay, Rack City.
Okay, Rack City. I don't know any. Like, I feel like if I heard them, I would know.
He has Rack City.
Yeah.
He has, we'll put him in features too. He has
Bedrock.
He has these Jose Loyal. He's in that. He has Taste. Taste is like a banger with Offset.
Yes. And he has there's a song I was just listening to with T.Y. $sign and Tyga. I think it's called Drop Top or something like that.
Okay, he has Deuces. I love Deuces as a slow song.
Yeah, no, like I'm not. I will never hate. I'm not hating on Tyga. Like he's a good. That guy made his money.
Hits, but like no one listens to his albums. He's one of those. He's like a single type of person. He doesn't.
He also has really good features.
He has good flow.
His
like he's
flow
very
is his flow's good all the time. Like,
every time.
Yeah, like he never misses a beat. It's just it's Tyga, so it's
like yeah, exactly. He's no one's favorite artist, and if he's your favorite artist, like I'm looking at you sideways.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
That's kind of weird.
But respect Young Money, first of all, in like the best group ever.
Yeah, facts.
It's just like the stars are so bright that it dims.
Yeah,
his
he
life
definitely got
outshined.
outshined.
He's in the shadows, but it's fine.
I mean, it's hard to compete with Nicki Minaj, Drake and Lil Wayne.
Like it's just.
It's like when Chanel West Coast was part of that. Like.
Oh jeez, was she? No, she wasn't in the video of Bedrock, was she? No.
Not in that video. And if she is, she's like an extra. Like she's not out here actually rapping on the thing. Like she's just in the background somewhere.
Fucking Tyga, man. And there's Black China. He like his relationships with Black China. Kylie, he dated Kylie when she was a minor.
Yeah, I feel like people forget about that.
He's been in the news for like being with trans girls too.
I thought that was Bobby Valentino.
He's been outed. Oh, I saw Bobby Light at the.
I'm fucking dying.
I saw him on Sundays was
hilarious.
hip hop night.
Yeah,
we went Friday.
He like Trina's cousin?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's on Love and Hip Hop.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
So I saw him. He looks the same. Like very, very like duck face. Very
Botox
filler. But it's like smooth though, and he looked like a good time.
I bet
it was. But on the Black night, it was half the amount of people. This is what I mean. Like, black people
just
really
out here
just don't
never
be supporting
each other.
Really
like,
don't.
oh my god,
it's facts. I saw it.
Wild.
I saw it. I'm like, because me and my boyfriend were like, we need to go on the Black night because obviously a Tyga night, it's more of a top 10s, top 20s, whatever, more pop. So we're gonna go on the Black night. The Black night, the music was 10 out of 10. So good, which is so crazy that people wouldn't come in, but the prices are ridiculous. I literally straight up told my boyfriend, you are ruining my opportunities. Me being with you is costing me money because if I was with a group of girls in like a clubbing environment, you don't want any guy near you because it costs money. They don't care about them. It's so sexist, but it is what it is. Actually, it's crazy because it's like, why wouldn't you pay more attention to the people that are actually spending their dollars?
We don't care about you. We care about her.
But the girls bring in the money.
Yeah,
so
guys come for girls.
They do.
Whether or not girls come for the guys, that's irrelevant. The guys will flock wherever women are. Men will flock.
Another thing is on Black nights. So we saw.
I love how you're calling it Black night.
It was Black night. We saw one person in the club with a joint and smoking it. And I'm like, what the heck
When
is
we went to
this?
Florida, they were smoking in the club.
So I was like, no,
Yes,
no, but no,
Stacey.
I'm talking about this time.
Oh.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, like when those girls invited us to their booth, they were fucking smoking.
That's
She
right.
offered shit. You guys wanted? I were like,
But
I
the
know.
worst thing is, it's not even legal in Miami.
Yeah, facts,
it's not
facts,
even
facts.
legal in Miami, which is so weird. So then we see another person with a joint, and my boyfriend asks him, "Can you smoke here?" And he nods. So then we started smoking in the club too. I was just like, I'll never forget. I'll never forget smoking in the club. But yeah, lots of Spanish speaking people. Just like New York, everywhere you would go, you would hear Spanish. So
Didn't see any Quebecers.
No, there were French people, but they were from France.
Oh, okay,
Like everyone was from
somewhere.
yeah, not Canada,
Not Quebec.
not Quebec. I honestly barely.
Well, Quebec is like there's always a lot of Quebecers in Florida. That's why I asked.
There's always a lot of Quebecers when I go to like a Mexico,
Mexico.
a Dominican.
I literally saw a review, like a hotel review for a place in the DR of Quebecers complaining.
Okay, I thought you were gonna
that
say
people,
Mexico.
No, oh God, no. Of Quebecers complaining because not enough people spoke French. I was like, bro, how you gonna come to other people's country and be mad they don't speak your language?
That's
like,
wild.
y'all are just doing too much. Like, come on.
People are
Like, I get it in Canada, it's one thing because it's like those
Yes,
are our
of
national
course.
languages and like that's fair. But you cannot leave your country and be like, oh, y avait pas assez de français. Like,
I
come
felt
on.
bad that I didn't speak Spanish.
Literally though, you're wilding out.
I feel bad when I go to Mexico, when I go to a DR, and I'm like,
Your
it's
Spanish
pathetic.
is atrocious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'm really relying on them to speak English.
So it's like I feel
the
bad
fact
about that
you
too.
would
So
go
it's like-
somewhere else and
and
think that
have
they
the
would speak
nerve to be
your
upset that they don't
language.
speak French. Like, bro,
Quebec is wilding out.
I love Quebec though. Not gonna lie, they wild, but
Yeah, you love Elmer.
okay, relax. I love Quebec. Like,
AY, stay high.
I said never to repeat that shit on this podcast. That shit's fucking
I
hilarious.
had never heard that. Because whenever I think of AY, I think of AY Jackson.
Oh, don't fucking kill me.
Yeah.
That's what I used to
So
think
like
of.
AY, like an AY tattoo.
That's what I used to think of. And then I met people with AY tattoos in Elmer. And I was like,
huh?
oh, y'all.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, Lord. I was
Yeah,
like, okay,
rough.
so you guys really repping it hard.
Anyways, I loved my Miami trip, and I'm sad that I'm back. I still prefer New York over Miami, but they're very different, very more slow pace in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Because the sun will kill you. You can't do too much because you're just so tired that your energy is drained by the sun. I went to Little Haiti. I went to Little Havana. Had so much food. The food is delicious there. Had tacos. Had
Haitian food?
empanadas friggin' every day.
You have Haitian food?
I had legume. My boyfriend got.
How was it?
It was decent. It was comparable to here though. I was like,
It wasn't as good as in Montreal?
no,
Mm,
no.
Miami.
And also, Little Haiti was a little rough, actually.
No shit. We drove through and there was
I
fucking
don't like
chickens.
that. I don't like that.
Like
but
random
there were
chickens
chickens.
chilling.
I
I
went
was
to.
like, what the fuck is going
There
on
were
here?
chickens in even in downtown Miami Brickell area. There were chickens, just random chickens on the street. Like it was no one's chickens. They were just there. Another place we went to, this place called.
There were no one's chickens.
No, they were no one's chickens.
Just
They were just
stray chickens?
There were just stray chickens, Kim. I'm telling you, there were stray chickens. There were stray peacocks.
Oh, I believe that because
I was like,
down
what
south,
is
that's
happening here? Why are we walking around and there's peacocks here?
That's how it is when you go to
So many lizards, iguanas, geckos.
but
so
that
many-
we knew
yeah,
that.
no, I knew that. But the peacocks, I was shocked.
When we go to what's it called? Our aunts in Florida. Remember in the back, there's like that fucking gate, and then there's like they're like don't cross the gate because it's alligator.
Yes. I didn't see an alligator though. I wish
The
I saw an
alligators or
alligator.
crocodiles.
I saw a leaping
Alligator.
lemur. I saw Zaboomafoo.
Not Zaboom.
I saw Zaboomafoo, and I saw a huge snake too.
Ugh.
Like people were taking pictures with it.
What kind of snake?
I have no idea.
Okay. You didn't get your
I don't
guide
know
out?
if it was a boa constrictor or whatever.
Yeah, and people were taking pictures with it. It wasn't a boa.
Well, I don't know what it was, but Yeah, there was lots going on. Lots of twerking, lots of Sexy Red playing.
Yo, shout out to Big Sexy.
Yo, ski everywhere.
Yo, I can't with the ski. Like, that's actually hilarious. Did you see the freaking video of the teacher trying to get...
Yes, I love it.
I died. It was so funny. I mean, bro, you guys stay relevant.
I need to brush up on my Sexy Red because...
Bro,
I don't.
Her. She fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Her and Sukiana together.
No, Sukiana's too much.
No, she is, but them together is hilarious.
And then there's Summer Walker too.
The three of them.
Like they're
with Saucy Santana, like the four of them, like a mess.
Yeah. No.
Like, oh my gosh, please insert the picture of fucking what's it called? Summer Walker upside down
on her
like,
head.
please,
Yes, I will.
Because that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was like a challenge. Everyone was sending her pictures.
Oh my god, I loved it.
She's newly single.
I think it's hilarious. The ratchetness. That's like people love ratchet music right now. It was a lot of
ratchetness over there.
It's like really big right now. People are into the ratchet.
People
the
were half
on the
naked.
Headlights.
People had all different colored wigs.
Yeah.
They had grills. They had their bottles. They had their stacks of money.
Damn, girls. Do your thing.
Yeah. There was a lot of lesbians, like a lot of butch girls with their baddies beside them.
Damn, all right, we see you with the baddies.
I'm like, damn, okay. Like girls where I'm from. I think Drake was talking about Miami. Because
he wishes he was from fucking Miami.
But you know what? There's a street called Biscayne on Miami, and in the motto he says got a condo up in Biscayne. I'm like, you know what? And this is when he said 25 sitting on 25 mil. So Drake's been living his life for a long ass time.
True.
Like that's so crazy. Or even like a P Diddy that's been having these P Diddy parties for decades. I'm like, I want to go to one. And then they always
talk. Go to Miami with your boyfriend if you want to end up at one of those parties.
Yeah, that's whack. That's so whack.
You're like, hey, babe, you gotta wait at the hotel. I'll tell you how it was. Once I get in, I'll come and try to let you in the back door, okay, babe? Like, I'll fucking lick the stamp and stick it to your head and try to get you in.
Like, you can't go nowhere. And they even talk about how like the P Diddy parties are not the same anymore.
Yeah, because now
back in the day.
Because now everybody's getting hit with fucking sexual assault lawsuits. Can't be out here doing that shit no more.
Okay, you know that I forgot what his name is, but the cast member from that 70s show that just got sentenced 30
I forgot what
years.
his real name is, but his name on the show is
that guy. So Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis have been under fire because they sent in character.
Yeah, I saw that.
What do you call those?
Character references.
His name is Danny Masterson. Yes,
thank you.
And they're hating on him, and it's like, okay, if I knew someone and I grew up with someone and I find them to be a good person and they're literally telling me they didn't do it, I believe them. Like that's my friend. I'm allowed to give a character statement on my friend. I'm not saying that he didn't do it, and I'm not saying to give him less time. Obviously, this is to make him look better. But again, if my friend is saying that they didn't do it, then I believe them. Now, did they do it? I don't know. And if they did do it, if I knew that they did do it, I'm not sending that character shit.
I agree.
I'm not doing all that. But if it's my friend, and it was weird because like did you see the video of Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch some of it.
Okay, the video, like Ashton Kutcher seemed like he's a better actor than Mila Kunis because it was so weird. She was being so faked and so scripted, whereas his seemed more like genuine and like he's having just a regular conversation. Yeah. I'm like, first of all, why are you guys even talking about this? Like, Iggy just got exposed a month earlier about sending a character statement for Tory Lanez.
But I don't, okay, listen, like...
But they're just like, oh my God, I didn't know that you guys were gonna see it. And I mean, now you know, like, it happened with Iggy, it's gonna happen to you guys.
I feel like it's a little bit unfair to get mad at someone for, like... defending their friend. Like
Tory Lanez is still saying he didn't do it.
Yeah, like,
so, like if he says he didn't do it, even if he did do it, you're just going by who you know. But the thing is, he's actually a violent person.
Yeah, like that's the difference.
I know she's full of shit.
She is full of shit.
She is full of shit.
She probably just really likes
But at the same time, I'm sure he has just been chill with her, whatever. Sometimes you'll see different sides of the
Of
same
everybody,
person.
yeah, it's
So you can't really
it's a
say-
rough one because it's like you
want to be there for your friend, but
at the
then-
same time, it's like if they did, like to me, I'm like it's like if someone came up to me and was like, Stacey did this, and Stacey's like, but
and
I
I'm
didn't.
telling you I didn't.
Like, she's my sister.
Yeah.
I know her. I've known her whole life. Obviously, I'm gonna believe my sister the same way I would
Exactly.
believe like any of my closest friends. I know what kind of person they are, and I know that they wouldn't do that.
Nope.
But I wasn't there, so
weren't
I'm
there.
just taking your word
Anyone's
for it.
capable of doing anything.
Exactly. So it's like I'm just taking the word for it because I believe this person, but at the
Yep.
same time, it's like a really shitty situation. It's a really place.
It is a bad.
It's a shitty place to be in because
Well, also because jail is supposed to be for rehabilitation,
it's not for that.
but sometimes, like, how did
Harvey,
Harvey
That's it, yeah.
Weinstein, he didn't do 30 years, did he?
isn't he still in jail?
I don't
And
know, but
dying? Like, I'm pretty sure that guy's still in jail and he's dying right now.
okay, but did they give him 30 years?
I don't know what they gave him, but
Because
they gave
or
him
like a Bill
quite-
Cosby, like aren't they trying to get him out of jail right now?
I'm pretty sure Bill Cosby is out of jail.
So it's like, how is he getting so much time?
I don't fucking know.
That's what it's just weird how different people get different. Like, what is the scale? It's so
okay. So what does it say?
16 years. 16 years. And so many more people. I'm not saying to give this Masterson less time, but I'm saying to give Weinstein more time. Is it because he has better lawyers?
I think
guess
sometimes nature of the crime, like if it was more aggressive, if it was more like.
But there's so many people with Harvey.
Yeah, I know, but like
I don't
depending on
know.
the level of how aggressive or how violent, how whatever, like those all play a factor in the sentencing and the verdict and stuff like that. So I don't know. I didn't really follow the case enough. I really didn't follow the case, but to make any comments, I really don't know.
I had heard of this for a while.
Me too. I had
for
heard of
years.
it. Me too.
But I didn't. Just that he was accused of, and I feel like as a man,
I also heard Russell Brand is apparently being accused of a bunch of stuff right now.
I remember him being accused of stuff
in the
before,
past,
in the
and now it's
past.
coming. Yeah, and some. I honestly, like, bro, I'm terrible with actors' names.
Yeah.
But there was an actress apparently who had labeled him like a predator, like way back, and now that comment's coming back because of everything that's coming back to light.
Yeah, I guess when you're a man, one of the scariest things is to be accused of sexual assault, any sort of sexual assault, because
that's rough.
Because especially when I think the weird thing about this guy is that 70s guy's case is because a lot of the evidence is like circumstantial. It's not solid evidence.
Yeah.
So it's hard because it could have easily happened, but it's just hard either whatever side you're on to prove that it happened if you legit don't have like a confession or video footage or whatever. So yeah, it's very Katy Perry's Russell Brand comments resurface amid sexual assault allegation against comic. Yeah. And also, you know, it's insane. Poor Justin Bieber too. Lately there's been more footage of him back in the day talking about how he kept getting objectified and assaulted as a kid growing up in the industry and no one cared. There was
oh my God.
something McCarthy. She's like, I forgot what she is. She's an actress or something.
Jenny?
Yes.
Jenny McCarthy?
She was presenting something to him and he came on stage to win an award and like she groped him, she kissed him, and he's just like, oh, I feel violated. Like he literally expressed it in that moment. I feel violated. Everyone's laughing. There's the guy that does the car, he like sings karaoke car. I forgot what his name is.
Oh, James Corbin.
Yeah,
I forgot his name is.
He was talking to Justin Bieber when he was 16, saying, "Oh, you look so pretty. Like your lips are so pretty." And she's like, "Oh, thanks." He's like, "How old are you?" He's like, "I'm 16. I'm turning 17." He's like, "Oh, you look beautiful." And he's just like, "Oh, okay." Like you could tell that Justin's feels all uncomfortable. It's awkward, but people don't care. Katy Perry groped him.
There's actually
it's actually so sad because it was so. I feel like it was so normalized back in the day. Even with the Ashton Kutcher thing, they're showing footage because they're bringing him, like they're trying to throw him under the bus now, and they're showing one footage of him on Punk talking about Hillary Duff, and how she's one of the girls. He said something like she's one of the girls that is 15 and we're all waiting to be 18. And like, I know it's disgusting, but at the same time, people watched that. Producers produced that. Writers wrote that. It got aired. Nothing. Like, this was on Punk'd. Punk'd was a huge show that we loved. And that was the time. Like, that. Yeah. Don't just get on Ashton's case. That was the time. It was on like, no one was hiding this. This was on public television.
There's even a video. I forget what I forget what the comedian's name is, but he gropes, I think it's Cameron Diaz on, she's like accepted or giving an award or whatever. And then Jim Carrey comes out with the same guy. And that guy and he starts groping him like the same way he did to Cameron Diaz, being like, how do you fucking like it? And the guy's like getting upset. And it's like, well, fuck, like you just did it to her and you had no problem, but now someone else is doing it to you and now it's an issue, you know what I mean? So like, this shit has been happening. It's
been happening. Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, she lied. She lied about her age for that 70s show. She was younger than
14 and she was 14 16
and then and then she was dating Ashton Kutcher by the time she was like 15, 16 and he was older. He was like 20. And like, I'm sorry, your parents didn't say anything. Like, there's a contract made. They probably talked about how they're going to make out.
Shit. And it's like the R. Kelly shit. All those girls, people are like, they're like, oh, he took these 13, 14-year-olds on tour. Where were their parents? Why would you let what parent lets their 13-year-old daughter go on tour with R. Kelly? You're not a backup singer. You're not a backup dancer. There's nothing for you on set. Fucking R. Kelly's out here singing about bumping and grinding. There's no need for you to be here. Why are you here?
No need for
why? Because you were clearly pimping out your fucking kids. That's what it is. Like, R. Kelly's like, I'll buy you a Bronco if you give me your daughter. And these people are like, well, we could use a new vehicle.
That's
that's fucked up. Like, I'm not saying that like he doesn't deserve to go to jail for what he did, because he definitely does. But it's like the parents should be on trial too. Like, all those people who let those kids down, all y'all should be in jail right next to R. Kelly. Bunch of fucking weirdos. Anyways, I'm over it. I'm so annoyed. That just really boiled my fucking my fucking blood, because it's like, what kind of parent? And then the parents were like, well, we had no idea. No, you didn't know?
No, you didn't know. You weren't there. You didn't let your daughter do whatever the hell she wanted.
Like, bro, whatever at 13 years old, I wasn't even allowed to decide what I wanted to eat for dinner. What the hell? Like, my mom just put food in front of me, and if I didn't like it, you could either eat that or go to bed hungry. Those are your choices.
For real, though.
Like, that was the only choice Kim had as a 13-year-old.
Yeah,
going on tour,
step it up.
On tour with a freaking R&B singer who sings about nothing but sex and giving drugs to women.
Just scary,
like,
for
bro,
me to think of how bad of a parent you must be. Sick.
It is sick.
It's sick.
Like, people will do anything to make $1, and then
or to be close to someone.
Yeah, like, people do weird things.
A bad person too.
Yeah, people do weird things.
I don't know how long R. Kelly's in there, but
that nigga ain't never getting out. Trapped in the closet.
Yo, but Trapped in the Closet is fire.
Okay,
though. It's fire.
That's true, and it's really unfortunate.
And that's separating the artist from the art, because that still slaps till this day.
Yeah. You know what though? Like, I feel like that's one thing like the older generation taught us, is to separate.
Because
look at Ike Turner. Okay, that damn interview. There's an interview, okay, before, I know we don't have a lot of time. Before we wrap this up, there is an interview of Ike Turner with like a literal, like, they're on TV and they're like, but why did you hit Tina, Ike? And he's like, she'd be walking around looking all sad, and I'd be like, Tina, what's wrong? And she's like, nothing for days. And then 3 days go by, and then finally and then all of a sudden she walking around smiling. That is not an okay interview. The fact that they let that air, I was like, y'all niggas don't give a fuck. Like, y'all don't give a damn. Like, they really just don't. Yo, no, like, they'll do.
They're like, that was a great interview.
They're like, oh, perfect. Thanks, Ike. We'll see you later. Thank you so much. That was great. We'll be in touch. Like, oh my God, terrible. Terrible.
Let's wrap this up. Thank you guys again for watching this episode. Check us out on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Bye.